No, we're not going to agree on that, but I think it's very disingenuous to call it monogamy when it's not monogamy.
And the only monogamy off camera.
That's like me saying that, inside of this room,
you don't really need to say it's like anything. It just is a statement of fact, right?
No, it's not. If I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless.
You didn't hurt my feelings at all. It's just you're trying to do this whole moral superiority thing, and it's not working.
When I saw you downstairs, I said, do you want the fade? And you said no.
Whoa. Market's gone right in on Adam22. Welcome back to One and Done. It's your boy George, and today we're going to be looking at the Whatever podcast, something a little different. Now, Market and Adam22 apparently have a little bit of history, and they just so happen to be on this podcast, and a few things start to go off. Adam gets called out, and one of the OnlyFans girls also cops it. Watch Market, who's a red pill dude, going to put the clamp down on Adam22, and let's see how he handles the pressure. Without delay, let's jump in, roll the tape.
I've been married for about 6 months. I've been in a relationship for about 7 years, and we are monogamous off camera, but we are open on camera.
Yeah. So recently, and
what does that mean?
We work with other people in terms of porn content, but besides that, we're monogamous.
And then previously, there was this big thing where with Lena and Jason Love,
right?
That was a big thing.
That was her first time sleeping with another guy in 7 years of us being together, and she did that on camera. That was her first ever scene with somebody besides me.
What a gal.
And are you guys thinking of like continuing this trend, or like how do you feel about it? Because I've seen like some clips where you've kind of been like cool with it, but then others where you're kind of like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about it. Or
I mean, I was a little bit conflicted when she actually shot the scene with the other guy, just in the sense that, she's going off and filming something with somebody else. I'm not there.
Man, this is a weird situation. He's married to this woman. I believe they have a daughter together, and he's sending his wife out to get her cheeks clapped by some porn dude. This sounds like a recipe for success.
Gotcha.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this for the money, or just like you're like, this is what I'm called to do?
I would say it's primarily for the money, the same way that probably most of the girls here wouldn't be naked on the internet if they didn't have OnlyFans that were profitable for them.
So if there was no money to be made, would you continue on with it?
I think that was a conversation that her and I had that made us realize that we wanted to kind of start pushing the boundaries of what we were doing on camera. Was she said, do you really think that we're going to be together for the next 20 years and that we're never going to swap or bring another penis into our sexual situation? And I said, no, I definitely feel like I'm comfortable enough that I could see us doing that as time goes by.
With regards to bringing the other dude in, would you say that was primarily driven by her?
I would say it was very mutual. We just kind of realized that, after doing that Jason Love scene, we just didn't realize how viral the whole thing was going to be. And so
Bruh, this dude, he doesn't respect his wife at all. And I don't think she respects him either. I mean, I don't know this dude, but he gives off creepy vibes, man.
Kind of got set on the path of thinking about how we could take it to the next level, because it ended up being like by far the most viral thing that any of us had ever been involved with. Sick. So at that moment, we kind of realized like, oh, this is kind of our thing now. We have to sort of push at the edges of our conventional relationship, and the people will be incapable.
Bruh.
Well, I mean,
Ain't
mostly
not conventional, bro.
Well, I mean, we sleep with other girls, but off camera, our relationship is entirely traditional.
How can your relationship off camera be traditional when you're having these conversations? Like, traditional relationships there's no need for those sorts of conversations that you want to send your wife out to get a bit of extra money, bit of extra moolah. Man, this guy, he's blue pill. He's destiny number 2.
Is because you said you were uncomfortable with the Jason Love scene initially.
I was a little conflicted about it. It was a little bit of a weird thing.
If it were just up to you and she were a robot as opposed to a human, and you could have it to where you could have things open on your side but closed on her side, would you prefer that?
To be honest, she came to me before we started kind of pushing out the boundaries of our relationship, and she said, what do you think that we should do? Do you think that I should just kind of hang it up and have another kid? Or do you think that we should keep doing this for a few more years and kind of see how far we can take things? And I said, you know what, let's push at the edges. Let's see.
See how far you can take things. Where are you taking them to? Like, they have a daughter. Do they actually think of their daughter? Like, she's going to grow up and go to school one day, and then some kid is going to find her mum getting her cheeks clapped by several dudes by the sounds of it. This kid's going to get tormented at school. This is crazy. This is some crazy stuff.
How far we can take this. So it is primarily a financial thing, but also I can say that when we shot the scene with this other guy the other day, I had a great time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right. No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
Like, what kind of hot dog? It's just like one hot dog on the buns. You're be like, you got all these Vienna sausages coming out the woodwork. So you find that it's enhanced by that? Because I find like
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off?
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the idea that guys who watch porn have to sort of slowly get into more and more extreme
I'm not talking
content.
about watching it. You're in it.
Right, yeah. But I mean, I've been doing porn on camera with her, and this is the only thing that we've done that took it to another level. You know, we did 7 years straight of just having sex with other girls on camera. This is the only thing that we've done that kind of opened it up a little bit, to the tune of us becoming like probably one of the most viral couples in America in the past year.
Accolades.
So in terms of where we could take it, I mean, I'm not doing any gay shit. And so that's probably like the primary thing. We've had obviously people asking us if we would ever shoot with a trans person. I'm not interested in that either. So I can't really think of where we would take it.
Okay, without belaboring it, I'm gonna let you.
So obviously he's given this a ton of thought, because he's just made a statement that he wants to push it as far as they can go, but he's not sure how far or where he can take it from here. For the last 7 years, they've been having threesomes, foursomes, whatever they've been doing with other girls, and now he's basically sending his wife out to make money he says they don't need, sending her out to get her cheeks clapped. For what, bruh?
You said she brought the conversation to you. You said that you didn't feel comfortable initially with the Jason Love being involved in.
Well, I agreed to the Jason Love thing. It was just once it actually took place, I had a tiny amount of buyer's remorse.
Right.
I've seen this dude on Fresh and Fit. He is going to go in on Adam22. See, Adam22 is probably used to hanging out with all these blue pill dudes. You know, they're just, I don't know, talking airy fairy stuff. He's going to go in on Adam22. He ain't going to let up. I don't know if he's red pill, but he lives in the real world, and he is going to probe. He isn't happy with his decision he made. You can just tell. Otherwise, he wouldn't be thinking about things. He'd know exactly what he wants to say.
Truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you're not comfortable with it. You want to retain your
I've had
spouse.
Moments of
one second, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you at all, because I do want to hear you out.
You're kind of pushing like a fake narrative by saying that I'm uncomfortable with it.
But I never interrupted you.
Very comfortable.
I never interrupted you because I want to hear you out.
I just wanted to save you a little bit of breath by correcting you before.
I'm not trying to get you angry. I sincerely am interested in what you have to say, but I didn't interrupt you one time. So the reason I ask is because, as I said, you started off, you said that you felt uncomfortable when it happened. She brought up the conversation. You're not bisexual. So sometimes when things happen and you want to keep your lady, you make the adjustment compromising, but in your heart of heart, that's not really what you wanted. So you're being open, and then you had this idea planted, and then you start adopting it, thinking like, okay, well, I'm okay with it. Maybe it's something that I signed off on too. So you assign it mutuality when in actual fact, the inception of that idea came from her and you've adjusted to it.
Bro, this dude has absolutely hit the nail on the head. Adam22 is not leading this relationship. His wife is leading this relationship. She's obviously sick of him for the last 7 years getting all the action with all these women, you know, in their extramarital activities. She's told him, hey, listen, if you're going to be doing this, I want to be doing this. And then Adam's like, damn, if she takes off on me, I'm not going to be able to get away with this with someone else. I'm not going to be able to make money. I'm not going to be able to make millions on someone else. He's heading on a path of destruction, man, and he is going to get a new one torn Let's watch this unfold.
Yeah, so when you say that you were comfortable with, right, and it came over time, whereas with the females, it just came straight away, almost like a natural thing, you might say.
Right.
So why in terms of when the guy comes along, there has to be a process, because it's a process of adjusting to something that's unpleasant?
Why was there a process that it took some adoption? What are you asking?
Yeah, it seems as though different than the females came naturally, and it seemed to not be an
Grid
issue.
One
Hold on
Motorsports
just a sec.
donated $200. I guess it is fair that you get to bang other girls, so logically she should get outside D. Still, gotta be tough to see another dude rail your woman. Also paging Butler, these folks need your wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this
Thank you,
dude
Grid One.
gets it, that of course it's going to be a little awkward for you to go through the transition of seeing your girl do that for the first time. But
So see the heat you're getting at him? Your daughter's going to be getting 10 times the heat. And this is what you're putting on her. Clown.
ultimately, she told me even up until the moment that she was leaving the house to go shoot it, she's like, I won't do this if you don't feel comfortable with it.
Say once you cross $2 million, right? Have you found that there are a significant number of things you can do with money that you can't do when you have 2 million versus say 15 million?
I'm not really doing anything with any of the money I make. I don't have any sort of like fancy habits or hobbies or anything like that. And she's the same way as me. I mean, we're into buying property and starting businesses and stuff like that, but it's not really about the money and what we can do with it, because we don't really do anything with it.
Right. So when you say there was an underlying value, what is the underlying value of your wife getting railed by a big black guy?
Probably just money primarily, but then also I think
Yeah, you guys. All right. Wait, go ahead. Let one of them. Let one of them talk. I think I just. That's a checkmate. That's a checkmate right there. That's a checkmate. Let one of them explain why that didn't make sense. Go ahead, love. That was a checkmate. Go ahead.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today?
She's so pretty.
thanks.
It's finally happening. Wow.
Shout out to my guy Jason over there. See the way they're laughing and just kind of having a good time. I feel like that's kind of like a peek behind the curtain for a.
Of course, Jason's having a great time, bro. And he's getting paid to bump and grind with your missus.
lot of non-porn stars to realize that, you know, shooting this kind of content, it's not some seedy environment. You know, she had a good time on set. I'm sure he had a good time. I, you know, grew accustomed to it rather quickly. So
Yeah, I mean, she is selling her body online to random men, and I don't
images of her body, yeah.
I mean, yeah, images of
Well,
her
when
body.
Jason Love shows up, the body itself is going.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they had a good time
The
on
body
set that
is
day,
going.
that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's not dig in too deep on Adam here.
Pause. Are you sure a lot of guys wouldn't want to be like Adam and, you know, have their woman in them streets?
I mean, she's not really in the streets. She just shoots porn with other guys from time to time. I feel like a lot of people like to extrapolate from our actual monogamous relationship and take the porn element and act as if that's what we're doing on a consistent basis, when in reality, her and I are faithful to each other.
Number one, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I am just teasing you. So
That's not a
I
possibility.
just want to throw that out there. But
Well, he can't be hurt. Come on, bro.
I think it's strange if you put terminology on something and you're using what's called euphemistic circumlocution. You know damn well you're not monogamous.
We are on off camera.
Right. So it's like going into the metaverse is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either either you're monogamous or you're not monogamous.
If you got a movie role and you kissed the girl in the movie role, would you still be monogamous in your relationship?
You compared a movie kiss to your girl getting smacked down.
It literally
by
is.
It's still
They're
an
making a
intimate
piece of
act.
content. They're making a film.
I actually agree with him. I would say that's not being
I feel like you're
monogamous, too.
intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying.
If you think I'm intentionally misunderstanding, you think if we took a poll right now and we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it
Where would
comes
the
with a
majority
very
be?
big caveat that says,
Why must there be a
on
caveat?
camera, the rules are slightly
But that's the whole point. There's no caveat. You're creating a
different.
false
There is a caveat.
frame.
I just named the caveat.
You're creating.
Man, Adam's getting manhandled right now. Marquette's taking him to the cleaners.
Do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Settled.
I'm a sex
Facts.
worker as well.
Settled. Correct.
Yeah.
And you both have
Adam's
herpes.
6'6". What the? I thought it's 22.
It's Adam 16. We both know we're not going to agree on that, but I think it's very disingenuous to call it monogamy when it's not monogamy.
Well,
and the
it's
only
monogamy
reason
off camera.
that's like me saying that, inside of this room,
You don't really need to say it's like
condition.
anything. It
Fill
just
in the
is a
blank.
statement of fact, right?
No, it's not. Because you're creating a false condition as though life is different when you turn on a camera and turn off a camera.
I think when I say
if you're
monogamy,
weird-
monogamy
acting.
on
It
or
is
off camera,
No.
I think everyone understands.
this is really important. No, I like where we're at right now. What we're experiencing is that you know what you're doing is wrong.
This is what accountability looks like. This is what men need to do to each other. Challenge them, make sure that they are accountable for their actions. Adam22 is getting absolutely tossed around like a toddler. He's got no argument. He's looking as weak as you know what.
So you have this duality in your mind and in your psyche to make you feel like because you turned on the camera and because you're getting paid, now it's okay. When in actual fact, I'll tell you how we know it's wrong. Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable. And I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. And I'll give you an example. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
First of all, I don't do porn on OnlyFans, so like, don't throw me in that.
Just sexy photos, nude photos.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, here we got a jokester. We got a jokester. Okay.
You got to subscribe. I mean, I don't know. You got to see for yourself. Yeah.
I would never. There was one person who was not paying attention while he was talking. Who was that?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
So out of everyone sitting here, why are you the one that's sitting here being disrespectful when he's taking out his time to show you how to best present yourself in front of millions of people?
Because I was turning off my alarm. Yeah. And I didn't want to forget to do it later.
Sure, I hear you. Because you're a disrespectful person and you were
Okay.
rude and catty with him after he told you. As a boss, I always look at these things because
I was rude and catty with him because I put my phone away.
No.
I don't think I said anything disrespectful. I mean, I understand
I
where
agree
he was
with you.
coming from.
I agree that you think you didn't say anything disrespectful. I agree that you think you weren't being disrespectful because that's your actual nature. So a person like you who is by nature one who is narcissistic and disregards others, you're the one that's going to cheat.
Because I was on my phone when I didn't. When
Why
I was
were you the
supposed to
only
be on
one?
my phone?
Out of I got two phones right here. I got two phones. Why were you the only
Do
one?
you follow every single fucking rule? Have
Why
you
were-
ever had
why
a
were you the
speeding
only one?
ticket?
Why
Like,
are
have
you
you
so
ever gotten
angry?
in trouble?
Why are you so angry?
Like in
I'm just-
class?
You're just angry
I think
right
you're
now.
just as expressive as I am.
You're
and I think when a
angry.
woman like kind of like barks back at you, it's an issue.
Well,
it
there's
seems
no
like.
need to bark.
But
We're
you've been
humans.
like,
You can
you know,
just
kind
talk.
of.
I'm just calling a
away to
spade a
everyone.
spade. I'm just saying,
damn. It's
okay.
why were
I'm-
you? I'm asking you a question.
Man, he's an absolute trigger master. This girl is absolutely triggered.
Why were you the only one out of everyone here? Why was it you that all of a sudden needed to do that right when he's giving us the directions?
Just because I had to do it. Because I
Right,
had to do
because
it.
you didn't
And I
care.
didn't-
Now,
So,
settle.
I don't know
So,
how being on
back
my
to your
phone
point.
correlates to cheating.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
Whoa.
Do you want to talk now? I just want to make sure you don't interrupt me.
ahead.
So go. No, I'm offering you the floor because you were talking while I was talking. Go ahead.
I'm good. You can say what you need to say.
Wow. See, your brain dead. That's a problem. That's why you have to interrupt me while I'm talking. I gave you the floor. You didn't want to take it because you don't have any thoughts or anything to say.
I do have
Here's
thoughts
my
and
point.
things to say.
And don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol. So don't take
As a
personal
symbol,
offense
which is
to
what?
it.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people
Gotcha.
lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you
Gotcha.
can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge. You didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Okay. So I'm the one with like the least IQ here, even though I
No,
do
no,
the least,
no, no, no,
even
no.
though
I'm-
I do
you
like
might
the
not
least
be.
amount on OnlyFans,
I surmise,
but
but-
because I'm the only woman who's barking back at you like I'm this brain dead fucking bimbo who has nothing to
No,
offer to
that's not
society.
why.
I mean, then what? Then
Well,
what?
let's test it. Let's test it real quick. Okay, what's your age?
I'm 28, but I'm not testing.
Ooh,
I'm not doing
28.
a test.
You get okay. You're 28.
I'm
on
getting up there.
OnlyFans.
You're
That's
right.
amazing.
My eggs are drying up.
Okay.
I'm not going to be fertile. No one's going to want me. I'm not a high
Okay.
value woman. Like
That's
what
fine.
else?
We're not going there. Here's where we're going. If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a six-figure plus income?
I do understand.
Wait,
Like-
speak English. Go ahead.
I work at one of the highest like I work at one of the best clubs in Las
You
Vegas.
seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. Tell us.
I'm perfectly fine with my English.
Go on.
I'm a little riled up. Yes.
I said that like 5 minutes ago and you denied it.
I'm a little thrown off
Okay.
by you attacking me because I think a lot of these other girls.
That's because people never address you.
And I respect.
People
like,
never
what everyone
address
else
you
does here.
directly.
I think you're just attacking me because I'm responding to you and you don't like that. And you don't like women who go against what you have to say.
It's not that he doesn't like that. He doesn't have any attachment. He's not trying to make any moves on this woman. He really doesn't care about anything but what her counter argument is. And she doesn't have a counter argument. He's made some forceful judgments on her, but she hasn't been able to come back and refute. She's sworn at him. She's repeated what he said sarcastically. She should either quit or she needs to engage in the debate and talk about the actual substance that or the accusations he's making towards her. She hasn't refuted one single one of them. She probably hasn't been spoken to like this from a man before, and she's super uncomfortable about it, and she's struggling with her comeback, so she jumps in with the swearing and cursing.
That's fine.
And that's why you choose the women that you do.
Do you mind answering the question I asked you?
What is the question?
Okay, I'll say it one more time. What skills do you have that would help you earn a 6-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's nothing that there's no skills that I have at all.
You're trying to escape.
There's nothing.
But I'm saying
there's no skills. No, you're right.
Because you're a cocktail server in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now. And that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us.
But the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type many times. Generally, they're younger.
Gotcha.
But the point is this.
Old, I know, man.
You're no, really. Honestly, they should be firing you.
Someone marries me.
Yeah, no, they should be. I don't know about that, but they should certainly be firing you and get someone of the appropriate age to do such a low level job.
Oh, yeah.
But the point is this: you're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain, and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless. Carrying on.
You're right, yeah. I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that's what you're good for.
Every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
he's mad about it.
He
And
basically
he's mad.
LARPs as a
Honestly,
rich guy on the internet.
If I was
And I just,
absolutely
on
poor, it
behalf
would mean
of
nothing.
all the girls,
It would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in
That's
agreement that
amazing.
we don't.
Adam, you're just digging yourself a deeper hole, bro. If I were you, I'd just hush it up, turn the mic off, and just pay attention.
Really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our
Yeah,
lives.
This is amazing.
What do you do
So
for work?
I'm
This is amazing.
How do you make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you
walking
do for
out,
work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally
What do you
real.
do for work?
And I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do
I'm
for
in
work?
utter
I
poverty.
just don't
No, what
really
do you
want
do
to
for
listen to a
work?
scam artist
You
tell me
can,
what's so
What do you
wrong
do
with
for
our
work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google
I don't
my
fucking
name.
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can
Let's-
Google my name.
If you
right
Google
now.
his
Does anyone
name,
know this
you'll,
guy's name?
you'll
And
be
I heard-
exhilarated.
I hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my
I
feelings
did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just you're
feelings
trying to
earlier. And
do
the
this
whole
whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting your
broke.
feelings. The
You're
whole chat is-
actually broke.
Here's the funny.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny
guys,
thing.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then what's up, then prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still had
NFT
a
scam
phone.
on your fans for
Well,
like
if I still
$400?
silliness.
see.
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer.
Wait,
So,
guys,
Is that a job? Is
I
it an actual
think
scam?
I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on.
He's rage quitting. He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit.
stop,
It's just
guys.
you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
quitting.
or
Adam, in the
any
line,
of
in
these
the
girls.
line.
here.
I agree.
Rage quitting.
Guys,
Aw.
hold on. Let's just take a little
I
pause
didn't mean to
here.
make him
I
rage
think
quit.
I'm done.
No,
Brian.
Adam.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore, and I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
Hold on.
When I first walked in, I
I
said,
might
"Do you
have
want
to
the fade?"
polish that milk dud.
When I first walked,
Guys,
when I saw you downstairs, I said, "Do you want the fade?" And you said no.
Wow.
Okay.
See what you
When I
fucking
first
did?
walked in, I said, "Do you
Thanks
want the
a
fade?"
lot.
You said no.
There we go, folks. Adam22, he basically got pumped and dumped. And this is what sexual liberation looks like. He's going to throw his wife out to the streets and let some stranger not only, chow down on her, but also he's going to pay that man to do it. It's funny how people like prop guys up like this, but they don't like God-fearing men or traditional roles. They prefer, this guy sending his wife out into the streets. But a man that wants to provide and protect for his wife and his family is toxic masculinity. This world's upside down. This man does not respect his wife. His wife doesn't respect him. He's not a leader. He's not leading her in any direction. I believe she wanted to jump back out into the streets, and she told him, this is what I'm doing. And he's put his tail between his legs and he is complying. This ain't gonna last long. Mark my words. He is gonna get grilled over the internet. Trust me. I've even seen some of his homies, some of his boys actually grill him. And you can just tell he's not comfortable. He's not in control. And this whole thing's going to collapse. Hey, you reap what you sow. Hey guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think of his lifestyle, and what do you think of him putting his wife back out into the streets? And what about his child? He's already a multimillionaire. Is this really worth it? Let me know in the comments. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next video.